List directory tree structure in Python. I know that we can use os.walk to list all subdirectories or all files in a directory. However, I would like to list the full directory tree content. How to best achieve this in Python?
Here's a function to do that with formatting.
Similar to answers above, but for Python 3, arguably readable and arguably extensible. Example usage. Example output. Notes. This uses recursion. It will raise a recursion error on really deep folder trees. The tree is lazily evaluated. It should behave well on really wide folder trees. Immediate children of a given folder are not lazily evaluated, though. Edit. Added bonus. Criteria callback for filtering paths.
List directory tree structure in Python? We usually prefer to just use new tree, but we don't always have tree on every system, and sometimes Python 3 is available. A good answer here could be easily copy-pasted and not make new tree requirement. Tree's output looks like this. I created the above directory structure in my home directory under a directory I call PyScratch. I also see other answers here that approach that sort of output, but I think we can do better, with simpler, more modern code and lazily evaluating approaches. Tree in Python. To begin with, let's use an example that uses the Python 3 path object, uses the yielding, yield from, expressions, that create a generator function, uses recursion for elegant simplicity, uses comments and some type annotations for extra clarity. And now, prints. We do need to materialize each directory into a list because we need to know how long it is, but afterwards we throw the list away. For deep and broad recursion, this should be lazy enough. The above code, with the comments, should be sufficient to fully understand what we're doing here, but feel free to step through it with a debugger to better grok it if you need to. More features. Now new tree gives us a couple of useful features that I'd like to have with this function. Prints the subject directory name first, does so automatically, ours does not. Prints the count of n directories, m files. Option to limit recursion, L level. Option to limit to just directories, D. Also, when there is a huge tree, it is useful to limit the iteration, for example with isless, to avoid locking up your interpreter with text, as at some point the output becomes too verbose to be useful. We can make this arbitrarily high by default, say 1000. So let's remove the previous comments and fill out this functionality. And now we can get the same sort of output as tree. Prints. And we can restrict to levels. Prints. And we can limit the output to directories. Prints. Retrospective. In retrospect, we could have used path.glob for matching. We could also perhaps use path.glob for recursive globbing, but that would require a rewrite. We could also use itertools.t instead of materializing a list of directory contents, but that could have negative trade-offs and would probably make the code even more complex. Comments are welcome.
There is a package I created called cdir for doing this and other things with folder tree diagrams. Something similar to the style lock used can be done with. There is also a command line interface. For example, for all the options, C. You can also do Python and cdir.